See a few more people jumping on, so we'll just give it another minute or two, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Enjoy working with technology, as I'm sure you're all used to at this point. Hey everyone, thanks for jumping on. We'll get started in a little bit here. We're just giving people a few more minutes to jump on. We appreciate those of you that you're right on time.
There we go. Sorry everyone, I had some technical difficulties. The Brazen app did not like me. There you go. Well, welcome everyone to the sales career for the National Sales Network provided by Liberty Mutual. Thank you for your patience.
All right, we're about 5 minutes past here. I think we're good to go, Jonathan, or?
Yeah, I'd say good to go whenever you are. You ready?
All right, yeah, let's jump into this. Hey everyone, thank you all for joining our call today. My name is Paul Walker. I'm the Assistant Vice President and Regional Manager here at Liberty Mutual. Very excited to be on this call with you all. Before we get started, just a couple things to note. We do have two opportunities, right? One with our internal team, one with our field team. So we're also going to be giving away some gift cards today. So you'll want to stick around to the end of the session in order to chance to win a gift card. And we're looking for, very talented people. And if you're one of those people that end up joining our organization, there is going to be an opportunity to earn a sign-on bonus as well. So to get started, I am just going to, no better way to start than to give away some money, right? Especially certainly after Christmas. So I am going to scroll down the list here and pick the sixth person on our viewers list. And so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Linnell Newton. So congratulations, Linnell. You've won our first $100 gift card and more to come. So, hey, let's jump into this while you're all here. We appreciate you jumping on to learn a little bit more about Liberty. Just to give you a quick background on who we are, we were founded in 1912. We're based out of Boston, Mass, and we have over 50,000 employees in over 30 countries and 5 continents. Personally, I've worked in 2 countries, various states, and so Liberty is an international company with great reputation across the board. you can see that we're the third largest P&C company in the US, fifth globally, bringing tons of revenue, 75th in Fortune 500. I think all those things are great and fantastic. But, when I was sitting in your shoes looking for a job, it certainly helped to know that I can go work for a company that is solid and have been around a long time. And so that you can focus on your work and not so much about the stability of the company. But the things that I think I was interested in knowing, and the things that I think separates Liberty Mutual from many of our competitors, is our focus. And while we're proud to be the third largest in the U.S. and the fifth largest in the world, and the 75th on Fortune 100, what really makes us special, I think, is our focus on people. And when I talk about that, I talk about the charity work that we do throughout the country and the world, right? We have a Give with Liberty where last year, I believe we gave away through the employees and the company matching over $18 million to over 8,000 charities. When I think with Serve with Liberty, where our people go out and serve in the community, representing Liberty Mutual, trying to make a difference, not only widespread, but in the communities in which we work, which I think is very important work for us to do. Those are things that make me excited about being a part of this organization. The fact that we have what we call employee resources groups, realizing that there's a number of people and different cultures and interests and backgrounds in our organization, and how do we put things in place that's going to allow them to connect with other people that have like interests, like concerns. And so we put together these employee resource groups that just helps people find a place where they can connect, where they can belong, and even as importantly, be an ally, right? And so we have various groups that we encourage all our employees to participate in and be a part of. And so while in many sales organizations, it's all about the numbers and it's all about money, and certainly those things are important, I am ecstatic about this organization because we've always have, and we will continue to focus on people first, and the other things will come along. And so if you're considering insurance and sales, whether it's internal or external, as an opportunity for you, I would encourage you to seriously consider Liberty Mutual because I think it's a place that not only can you grow in your career as an individual, as a person, you're also going to have opportunities to grow and develop and make an impact in your community. So thank you all for joining. Hope you have a great session here, and I'm going to pass it off to Jonathan, who will take it from here.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jonathan Scott. Thank you, Paul. And I'm a sales manager in the Warren, New Jersey office. I'm going to talk about the outside field sales position with Jasmine Haskins, the lead sales representative as well. Say hello, Jasmine. Highly decorated sales professional.
Hi, everybody.
All right.
Yeah.
So why are we different? So everyone, I know you guys are part of the National Sales Network and you are intentional about sales. I tripped into insurance, so I had no inclination to look into insurance, but insurance has been an amazing opportunity for me and my family. Definitely changed our outcome and my income. Work for Liberty Mutual, you're all going to be W-2 employees versus 1099. When you become an entrepreneur, you open your own business, you have to put out an initial investment. You have to pay for the overhead of your IT staffing, your internet, as well as your rent. When COVID-19 happened and Liberty Mutual decided that we were all going to be work from home to make sure that we were safe and sound throughout this time, as employees, even though we kind of own our own agency, but as W-2 employees, we did not have to worry about the overhead or the expenses of our internet. Well, we do because we're at home, but the expenses of our phone systems or our rent. We do have a paid training program. And although you guys pour into yourself and you are all amazing sales representatives and sales people, we want to make sure that you understand the Liberty Mutual way. You get support from your branch managers such as myself, and trainings and tools to succeed, as well as training from your colleagues and your peers, as well as the sales coach that will be assigned to you. You do have a base salary as well as an uncapped commission, residual income through renewal commission. So as your customers stay with you, year one, you get that commission off that new business, and then years 2, 3, 4, you're getting that renewal business as they stay with you and keep their policies going. Unlimited rewards and recognition and clear path to success for new and experienced salespeople, as well as a sales associate program, which may interest you if you're a little scared about the outside sales role. You can come in as a sales associate, which is someone who pairs with a sales rep who's been killing it in their own, in lack of a better sense of a word, right? But killing it and super successful with their customers that you can learn from the best, so you have the opportunity to be the best. But also, if you're a sales rep that's killing it, for lack of a better term, right? You can also get in a sales associate. So Liberty Mutual will build a team around you to help you be more your craft. What we'll do versus what you'll do. So what you'll do is you'll use your impeccable communication skills to prospect and create connections. So again, you guys are in the National Sales Network. You know that people will buy from you because they appreciate you and the rapport that you build. We're going to provide service to, you'll provide service to individuals through sales of auto, home, and life insurance products. We have other products as well, which Jasmine will go into, but we have a product for everyone. We even sell pet insurance. You're going to build and maintain relationships with your customers, which is important because customers can refer you more customers, as well as become what we call centers of influences. So you're also going to deliver our customers peace of mind every day by helping them protect what they value most. Most of us look at our insurance paper and all we look at is the premium and if we have rental car insurance or not. We don't know what all those numbers mean. So when you call us, it's not about 15 minutes or less or getting you the cheapest price, but making sure that you have the right coverage. And when you understand that, price kind of is second to knowing that you have the protection you need. What we'll provide, we're going to provide a 6-week paid in-depth training and guidance from experienced sales professionals, full sponsorship of licensing and exams. So we're going to pay for your training. We're going to pay you a salary while you're going through your exams. And we're going to structure ongoing support and career development through mentoring programs, classroom and on-the-job training, as well as online resources and the ERGs that you saw on the screen previously, which will allow you to network with people in other avenues and aspects of the company. We are a Fortune 100 company, so if your career aspirations take you outside of sales, networking is definitely a way to figure out what the other departments do. And most importantly, we'll never cap your earning potential. So you have an unlimited earning potential. Today is the beginning of, or in the first week of 2021, right? And our sales reps can write their own story and write their own checks to what they make this year. Again, we have a 3-month paid training program. And it's not saying that you are not aware of what you need to do or how to effectively sell, but more importantly, to make sure we're selling the Liberty way. And Liberty Mutual, as you'll see on other slides, we don't just sell Liberty Mutual products, but we are directly appointed with other A-rated carriers where you're going to truly be able to own your own agency and say, maybe you're not a best fit for Liberty Mutual right now, but I'm able to put you with this carrier. Or maybe your home is too close to the water, but I have this other carrier that will write it. So you're able to offer that package for your customer. Compensation and benefits. So again, if you opened your own insurance agency, it's appealing, but then you don't have a 401k plan. Liberty Mutual still offers a pension plan. When I saw that, and on year 3, when I got vested, I was like, yes. And I'm always checking because so on top of what I put in my 401k and they match, they're also going to pay me a pension when I decide to hang up my hat and retire. We also have health, dental, and vision coverage, health savings accounts, dependent care, flexible spending accounts. They have company-provided life insurance. I believe it's up to 9 times your salary right now. Disability income, accident, death, and dismemberment insurance, and business travel accident insurance. So these are all the benefits that you get. So again, you have the uncapped commission, so you can make as much money as you see fit. You have all the training, so we're going to help you be the best. You get to stand in front of that Fortune 100 Liberty Mutual logo, but build your own business at the same time of having all of the benefits of being a W-2 employee. On top of all that great stuff we just covered, you still get vacation time. We have maternity and paternity leave. I believe it's up to 6 weeks or 8 weeks now. 6 weeks, all right. 7?
6 months for women.
Oh, okay. I think for dads it's 6 weeks. So 6 months for women and 6 weeks. 6 weeks for dads. And And we even have tuition reimbursement. So we'll pay for you to continue your education and get more insurance designations, as well as further your education if you want to get your MBA or other degrees. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to Jasmine to talk a little bit more about the role.
Okay, hey everybody. Cue to introduce myself in the beginning, so sorry about that. My name is Jasmine Haskins. I am a lead sales rep in the Nashville office. I've been with Liberty for 3 years, and so I'm still very new to Liberty in a sense where I haven't been here 5 years, so I can tell you exactly what you're going to experience your first 2 years on with the company. So the biggest piece right now would be what we sell. We sell literally everything you can think of. So not just car insurance, not just home insurance, motorcycle insurance. We literally can sell anything that a customer may ask you or think of. You can say, oh yeah, we sell that, like ATVs, recreational vehicles. We do umbrella policies. You can do antique and classic cars. Pet insurance. I actually had an experience yesterday segueing a home insurance quote to pet insurance because she wanted to know if her dog would be covered if a claim happened on her house and weird stuff like that. But I was like, we do offer separate pet insurance for your furry friends and things like that. So, life insurance, critical illness, we sell everything. Now, the beauty of Liberty is that you're a captive agent here. I love Liberty. You will love Liberty. You'll be proud of who you represent out in the field. But if we can't write it, you have a broker opportunity to go and segue it to another carrier. That's that choice referral program that you see on the right hand side of the screen. If our rates are maybe just not something that person's looking for as far as price or taste or whatever, you can go ahead and quote 5 to 6 other auto carriers that are big name in the company, and give them a policy through them, and you still get credit for it. Now, obviously, you're going to get the most compensation when you write a Liberty policy, and I am an advocate for writing Liberty first because that's just where we get paid the most, and I trust our product. But also, you can be confident that Liberty is not going to partner with a company that they don't trust. So if you're selling another company name that maybe you've never heard of, you can say, well, I know my company, and we're going to support the best of the best out there in the field. So you can feel confident in that for auto and home, motorcycle, jewelry, other things like that. So you're not just going to be, back in the day, we did only have Liberty, and we had to give a lot of policies and opportunities away. Now, when you're quoting your people, your referrals, and you can even use that when you're sourcing out in the network, telling the people that you're meeting, hey, I work for Liberty. I'm going to always try to go with Liberty first and quote us. But if we can't do it, I have about 5 to 10 other people. I'm going to make sure I take care of your clients. So that works really well when you're out networking. Let's talk about money, okay? This is what fuels us all. We're all salespeople. This is what we love, okay? Your first year, it's gonna be very heavy on your base salary and new business commission. So yes, you will still get a base to carry you on and to make sure that you're not struggling out in the world and trying to fend for yourself. You're gonna have the comfort of a nice base salary and then new business commission. So the new business that you're writing, you're going to get paid heavily. I really wish that was blue because a lot of people don't to really take that for granted because you can really rack it up right there with the new business commission. And then the gray one, it's kind of small on my side. Jonathan, what does the gray one say? I legitimately can't read it.
Sorry, that's overtime, expense, and reimbursement.
Yeah, overtime, expense. So you will work hours. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. Whatever those office hours say on your door is not the time that you should expect to be there. Like, you're gonna get up earlier and you're gonna stay later your first I'm in my third year and I'm still doing it, but it's going to work out and it's going to benefit you because you're going to want to answer the phone and be at the office and meet with those clients virtually, because that's going to be your paycheck. That's going to really be the bread and butter. And then on their first couple of years, that renewal commission, you don't have any renewals coming in right then. So just don't even look for that right away. But as you go and you grow, once you get into that fifth, sixth, 10-year, then it's going to switch. That new business commission, obviously that's still going to be the bread and butter that you'll love and understand. And then your renewals will start to really support you. This is my third year. Last year was my second year, and I started to see the renewals coming in, and I was like, wow, I didn't even work for that. Originally I did, but I didn't have to check back in. Like, I didn't do anything for the money that was already on my paycheck. And so you will start to see that transition with this tier throughout your year. So the longer you stay, the better.
And then, so it's not the longer you stay, because this is a career, right? And we want people to build their career here. So we want you to stay for a long time.
Stay in sales here.
Okay, I was just making sure. Jasmine, did you want to run through this one, or did you want me to take it?
Yeah, I mean, sure. So this is just a chart of like where you could be as far as your pay, what you should expect. But honestly, where it says sales rep in your first year could make about 75,000. Jonathan and I both truly surpassed that. I made over six figures my first year, and I was only full like commission on plan or whatever you want to call it for 10 months of that time, and I still made over six figures. So this is a chart to just give you some comfort to say, okay, I know I'm going to make some good money, but realistically, like we said earlier, your commission is uncapped. So the more that you write, the more that you produce, the more that you put into it, you can come in at the top of this. It's really up to what you want to do.
Agree. This is a six-figure sales job. It just depends on how fast you get there. As Jasmine said, I know I came in with zero insurance experience and did exceed six figures in my first full year on plan. And then management was just the route which I came from and wanted to go back into, and I went the management structure. But if you stayed a sales rep, as you get to a certain criteria, you become a sales representative too, which opens up more bonuses for you. Then you become a lead sales rep, a senior sales representative, and an executive sales representative. And as you see, those dollar signs are extremely, they look nice. And I have an ESR on my team, and those are real numbers in insurance.
Yep.
So Jasmine is a little modest. So I'm going to take a minute to boast and brag about her when we talk about some recognition. So you heard she was here for 3 years. She's a lead sales rep. She also has a sales associate, which means she's starting to build up her own team already. So she's training someone to be a successful sales representative while getting the commission off the policies that you're selling, which helps her keep and stay in that next tax bracket and the next tax bracket. She won her LAMP, so I'm gonna go to this next slide about recognition. Pace setters, when you first start out as a sales rep, they know that you're a little bit handicapped because you're not as fast in the system, or you don't have as many customers that you can call through as someone who's been here for a while. So to get to your productivity bonus, that number is a little bit higher, and that's when you start getting bonused on the commissions that you get that month. To make sure you stay on track, we have, I guess you would call it a SMART goal. So your first 24 months on plan, they have a pace setter. So it's a goal that you can shoot for, where if you achieve this goal, you're going to get points for performance. So points for performance, you're like, oh yeah, there's cool things in there. There's Apple earpods, there's Nest thermostats, there's computers, Macintosh products, Samsung phones. There's a ton of things you can buy with your pace setter points, as well as when you get your lamp lighter. Your lamp lighter is a prestigious award that you can get one time. Jasmine has hers in the back right there, behind her. I have mine over there. And it's when you sell 20 life insurance policies, so you protect 20 families essentially in your first 12 months on plan. You get a $2,000 bonus, as well as points for performance and that nice lamp. If you do it in 7 months, or 6 months really, if you do it in half the time, you get a $2,500 bonus through more points for performance, the same lamp, and just a recognition. countrywide, we have competitions where you can be Rookie of the Year. So sometimes this is a challenge, but if you strive to be Rookie of the Year countrywide and you miss, you'll have a lot of regional and statewide recognition. And Jasmine, I just want to highlight her because she was Rookie of the Year for life and annuity sales. For her zone, she was Rookie of the Year for property sales and specialty lines, which is an amazing feat. So definitely want to give you kudos for that. She also hit her pace setters 18 out of the 24 months. She does have her lamp. She got Rookie of the Year, and she won Pursuit of Leaders 2 years running. I believe. Where did you go for Pursuit of Leaders? Where was that trip, Jasmine? Did you leave? Did we lose you?
We lost Jasmine. She was frozen the whole time, but her lamp was still shining.
Well, I know where she went, so it's all right. So she did go to the Bahamas, right? And unfortunately, last year was the California trip, and there you go. So Jasmine, we'll start that over. Take 2. Jasmine, so where did you go when you won Pursuit of Leaders?
Yes. So Pursuit of Leaders, I was fortunate enough to go on one of the best trips that they have, which is going to Atlantis, Bahamas, which I've never been. It was literally the best vacation I have ever been on. When I say unlimited everything, I literally mean unlimited everything. They put you in the best of the best room. I mean, they pay for everything. You get to bring a significant other or someone special to you as well, and they get to experience that with you. I mean, it's just amazing. So I get to go on that. And then unfortunately last year, we had COVID. So I was supposed to go to California, but they paid us for the trip as if we were there. So I just took the cash and I saved it. But you want to strive for these trips. This is not something that is not attainable. Like, you can actually get the trips. It's not like, as some companies are like, yeah, trips. Like, I'm serious. Like, if you just hit the numbers and stay on pace and track, this is a reality. This is not something that I'm trying to sell to you. You can definitely go on the trip.
And she won it twice. So she only been here for 3 years, and this is her 3rd year. So she won Pursuit of Leaders. What they do, the company realizes that when you first start out, you're not going to have the clientele that our experienced reps have. So the first 2 years, they give you a prorated portion of what the tenured reps have to achieve to receive this trip. So Liberty Mutual knows that you're going to grow within your career, and the recognition is there to grow so you can still receive it earlier on in your career to want to achieve it again. So I know I've been busy driving this slideshow, and Jasmine was talking. So Jade, you've been watching the discussion box. Let me know who the next lucky winner of my $100 gift card is going to be. Pick someone random.
Yeah, I'm going to go with, there's a name, there's initials here. And initials are like a mystery. What are who's SM?
Sales manager.
Future sales manager. If the mystery SM can put their full name in the chat, we will get you a $100 gift card. Congratulations. This SM's been cheering you on and everybody on in this chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And Jasmine, who do you want to give your $100 to?
I'm gonna take a name that I saw earlier. I don't know. It's just sticking with me. I feel like this was the first person that I saw get on the call. So I'm gonna go with Davion Hayes. I'm going with you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. So I would, I know we have sales managers in the booth, but I do want everyone to stay on to learn about the inside sales opportunity as well as the outside sales opportunity. We also have $200 more that we're giving away. So stay tuned, stay right here. We're going to pass it off to Jade Santiago.
Hey, my name's Jade Santiago, and joining me from the DRC, which is our inside sales team, you'll see a Sean Ellis right here on the call as well. Say hello, Sean.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
We are going to talk about our inside sales roles. So one of the things I'll tell you about just the DRC is I started off as a supervisor within the DRC. I've been at the company, just hit 5 years in the company, and there's been many opportunities that have brought me to the company that Jonathan and Jasmine highlighted above, so I won't go over all of them, but I know Sean's got a few benefit slides that he'll go over as well. But before we do that, I just want to introduce Sean, and then we're going to get into a little bit more about what the inside sales position offers.
Sean Ellis here, been with the company 8 years. I actually started on the phones as well. I'm actually a senior supervisor in the outbound team, so we actually reach out to clients that went online, almost like outbound calling there, almost like cold calling, but it's really warm. We'll talk more about that as well too. But I'm excited to see everyone, excited to see the chat going up. And like Jonathan said, we have $200 more to give away, so let's just keep this as active as possible.
There we go. Jonathan, you got me covered. Thank you for handling the slides today. So I wanted to first start off with where our DRCs are located. Our DRC offices, which are, again, inside sales office, we primarily started with those yellow or orangey colored pictures. We have one in Phoenix, one in like Plano, Texas, right outside of Dallas, and another one in Lake Mary, which is Orlando area, Florida. And those are our brick and mortar offices. Those are the ones that you'd come into the office and you'd pretty much be in like a call center type atmosphere. Right before COVID, probably for the last 2 years, we've been working on a remote opportunity, which will allow you to work virtually and work from home. And you'll see a list of those states that are off to the side that we're hiring in, which would, I won't list them all off because it'll probably take me a couple of minutes to remember some of those codes. But I will tell you, the remote opportunity is an opportunity that allows you to work from anywhere across the United States and allow you that same type of call center atmosphere. So one thing I would say to you is that when we're looking at the DRC, it's a call center environment, much different than what's happening in the field. So it's that repetition. Those calls are going to be coming into into your line, and they're driven in mostly by telephone, by marketing ads through commercials. They're driven in from libertymutual.com websites and some of our partners. And so you're in a call center environment with an opportunity where you're not getting your own leads, as Jasmine was talking about with referrals. Those leads are really just coming into the call center and you're taking them and handling them. So the goal in that space is to take as many calls and quote as many people and as many lines as possible. I think Jonathan and Jasmine also mentioned the different products that we offer. Same in the DRC, we definitely offer all different product lines like auto. We offer, I think I can see, can everyone still hear me? Good. Okay, perfect. I wanted to make sure that you knew we're still offering home. We're offering auto, ATVs, motorcycles, boats. We transfer off to small commercial. We have a life team that works on life, but it's just in a call center type environment. So just a different structure where you're not out there you're not doing your own grinding, which I think is pretty nice to have that flexibility that the local sales offices offer. Just a different atmosphere in that space. So before I get into anything else about what the job offers, I want to kind of talk to you about our hours of operation. Since we take calls from all across the United States, we're open 7 days a week. We have hours and shifts that range from, I want to say, about 7 a.m. Eastern time, and they go all the way till about 1 p.m. Eastern time. Typically, when you're coming into the call center office, you're going to have schedules that are going to be evening schedules, and we work on a paid for performance type of atmosphere where you earn your way into different schedules and shifts. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what you're looking at when you're working in a call center environment. Let's talk about like what we have to offer you as well for Liberty Mutual. And this is probably the reasons why I joined Liberty and the reasons why I stay with Liberty. So if I'm a little biased on why I wrote them, I promise I did ask around and see if other people felt the same way. But I'd start with this. Have you ever had to get your own leads or generate your own leads? Well, that's one of the reasons that I like the call center atmosphere is that advertisement. I'm not the best hustler like Jasmine. I'm probably not going to win trips just as fast as her. But in this atmosphere is those leads, again, are driven in. We buy those leads and they're coming into the call center. Another reason why people love working for Liberty is you might have been with a company in the past that you're looking for career progression, or they said they offered it or they wanted to offer it, but it sometimes just didn't turn out to be that way. Well, I'll tell you, just about every supervisor and every leader has started on the phone. I want to say about 90% of everyone has started on the telephones, and they've moved their way up into a leadership. We have about 90 sales supervisors across the DRC, and they all, about 90% of them, again, have started from there, same as our managers. So if you're looking for career mobility within a sales organization, definitely where it's at here at Liberty Mutual. Now, have you ever felt like you had that no support from your leadership team? I think Jonathan mentioned something like, hey, I got that help. Jasmine said, hey, my first year, people were there to help and cheer me on. Our goals are aligned with our frontline employees. So our sales reps, their goals match their supervisors match the manager matches the site lead. So everyone's pulling up their sleeves, trying to make sure that you get it, so that we're all in this together. There's no one's left behind in this atmosphere. I also talk about balance between work and life. You can work overtime if you want to work overtime, or you can work your standard 40 hours. It's truly up to you. But again, the earnings are not capped. So it's up to you to decide how you want to work your hours or how much more overtime you want to put in. But if you want to keep climbing up those tiers to put more money in your family's pocket, I call it changing your address. That's what I'm all here for. As many people as I can change their address, that's what we're in this for. I think I hit most of those, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Sean, because he's my benefits guy. He's the guy that's going to steal all the thunder here.
Thanks for that there. Jonathan mentioned a lot about the benefits there, and I really want to just mention, I started this job when I was 23 years old, and coming to this company, the main thing that was always told to me is, Sean, you can make a lot of money. And I was like, that's great. I'm here. I love sales. I'm going to make a lot of money. I'm going to change my family's life. But what really changed my family's life was the benefits that Liberty Mutual offers on the back end. Now, this is really a supplement to our compensation plan. In the DRC, as well as the field, medical is available day one. Vision coverage is also available day one as well. These are very important things, especially if you have a family. Getting this coverage immediately, and I'm telling you, it's really good coverage too. Now, I can also tell you that tuition reimbursement is amazing as well. Most people have either gotten their bachelor's or master's degree Liberty Mutual. And that's a really amazing thing, because what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to move around in the company, and Liberty Mutual is going to pay for it. They're really investing in you so that we want you to stay here. We really want you to retire with Liberty Mutual. Jonathan mentioned the pension plan. Just, looking at that makes anyone's day brighter. You just log in there when you're having a bad day, looking at your 401k and pension plan, you're just like, yep, this is the place for me. I'm going to retire at this company. And one really great thing about Liberty Mutual and the DRC is that we have time off and we have quota relief as well too. So we do have monthly goals. So one thing is, when you take time off here in the DRC, you can actually get it prorated so that your goal is actually lowered. So we will still have that work-life balance. Now, a lot of people, in sales, they say, well, is that really a benefit? Let me tell you, like, when you can have the work-life balance and you're making the money that we're talking about, making six figures, this job becomes amazing, and you just love the people that you're around. You're going to love the job itself. And the fact that the company's looking out for you and really doing their best to take care of you as an employee, that says everything. In 2019, we were actually voted one of the best places to work as well too, and that for me made me really happy because as a young person straight out of college getting a job in sales, I wanted a career. My family's always told me, like, hey, you need to stick with the company 30, 40 years. And what we see a lot now is people jumping from job to job to job, chasing those benefits, chasing that dream. Well, you found your dream here at Liberty Mutual. Jonathan, next slide, if you would, please. So I know that Jade mentioned a lot about the job itself and kind of the job environment and goals. I can tell you, coming to Liberty Mutual as a rep, I already had that mindset. I already had that mindset, like, hey, I'm going to kill it. Just like Jasmine said, I'm here to make money. I'm here to win awards. I'm here to change my family's life. Jade mentioned, hey, if you could change your zip code, if you could change your address, like this is what we're all about. And that's going to come with a performance-focused, fast-paced environment. And that's what the DRC is. We are a true call center by nature. So it's really about efficiency metrics. It's, of course, about sales. I mean, that's really what makes the money. But we also really pay attention to things that most people don't really focus on, is customer interactions, right? We actually track how well our customer interactions are on the phone calls, and also the customer interactions afterwards as well too. We are also focused on retention. One thing that we've been able to do as a company is we've been able to keep our compensation plan very, very strong for the field and for the DRC, so inside and outside sales, because we focus on maintaining our business long term, right? When Jasmine was mentioning that she's getting renewals and keeping her book of business there going, that's hard work. That's a lot of work that is taken into account. I mean, you're still talking to customers, you're following up with customers. In the DRC, customers will call you back. Yes, we have customer service that you can send them to, but I've noticed that sometimes just taking care of those customers has been able to keep business on the books for most of my reps on the phone. And of course, because we are in a call center, attendance and schedule adherence is of the utmost importance. If you're not sitting down making dials, or if you're not sitting down taking calls, you are not going to make money, right? Like, we're in this to make money. I can tell you though, if you put the hard work in, you will change your family's life. All four of us up here have changed our family's lives. It is possible for everybody coming through this position. And on to Jade, DRC sales teams.
Hey, so we talk about career mobility, and I was talking in the space of how you can move around within the company and still be within the DRC or inside sales. So you might find that maybe you're ready to try something new within the DRC. So if you see all those little dots, we'll say, those bubbles of color, that's where you have all these opportunities. So you may decide that you want to go up to the top. There's a little house with the heart. You might want to try our life department and actually gain some expertise in just that section only, and just sell life in our DRC department. You may decide, hey, I want to foster some new ideas. I want to be in the space of innovation. I want to go and test some new products. Pet insurance kind of started in a space like this for the DRC to see if we would be good at doing pet insurance inside the DRC. So we have a department that tries new products and tests things out to see if this is going to be a viable product for our sales floor. You might find that you might be in a space where you work better with affiliations with certain partners and certain groups, and you're able to really rely on that relationship building with customers, such as we have customers that are like with credit unions, and you may say, hey, you know what, because of your credit union, these are the benefits that we offer. And that may be that relationship building skill that's needed for that queue. And then you just may excel in that area, and you could join a team that only handles partnerships. Or the CUNA group, which is our true stage credit union type of team, and USAA, which is a military brand. So something of that nature. Jasmine mentioned choice, and I think Jonathan did too, where if there's an opportunity and you can't sell that product through Liberty Lines first, right? First, because that's where our money is at, selling Liberty brand, that's where all the value is. If there's not enough, if it just doesn't match the customer financially or underwriting concerns, we have another option. We don't just let things go. Oh no, we make sure we're still making the money, and we have a department you can transfer that off to. And you could be that team that only handles those types of customers. It's kind of like, we call it the choice team. It's a choice advantage team. They're there to save us, to make sure that we're still getting something for that customer and helping that customer still reach their insurance needs. We have the outbound team, which Sean's a part of. Again, we don't let money disappear on us. If you'll go back one more slide, Jonathan, we don't let money disappear on us. So if we can't get that inbound sale that's coming through, and it's like we quote them, it just doesn't work out, we have a team that says, oh no, let me clean up the crumbs over here. And they're going to call back that customer and get the money. I used to call it the cleanup squad. That's what they do. And they make great money just for doing that. So as you venture off into the DRC, just because you may start off in one place, you have so many opportunities within the DRC, and we call this career mobility, where you can move around and take different types of leads that fit your style best. Because sometimes you may join an organization and say, I don't think this is working for me at the moment. But that's what our leadership teams are. We're able to identify those opportunities and find a skill set. We don't want our employees to leave. That's not our goal. Our goal is to find something that works for you and take the skills that you have best and hone in on them. I call it hone it till you own it. So you might call it fake it till you make it. We say hone it until you own it, and we will help you hone something. So that's part of our career mobility space. In addition to that, Jonathan, this is, I think, the next screen. Let's see what you got. Yes, we work with all the different channels. Asset is up at the top. Asset is a team that says, hey, if you're on a phone call and you're servicing a customer at this particular time and you're on the phone, we don't want you to miss out on that sale. So what will happen is the customer has an option to press 0 and not leave you a voicemail message and speak to like an associate or like another staff member in our office that will put that policy in place for you on your behalf so you can take that new call that's coming in. So again, we never let you miss out on the money. You still get paid for it while you have somebody watching your back to make sure that that sale gets put through. I know they work with the field as well. So if they're out there getting leads, they're also their backbone. So we both work with this team. We have a customer onboarding team that allows for documents, things like that that aren't getting signed, that will come in and say, hey, let's clean up all this. Let's make sure all the documents are signed so that that policy stays in place for you. Jonathan, I don't know what you got, but you got some cool stuff going on. All right. Jonathan's trying not to let the money slide through right now while he's on this phone call. So he's out there checking on his people. And then we have an e-sales team. And e-sales is a great opportunity for someone else that wants to move around in the DRC. And they're going to handle those people that are online looking at leads. And they're going to have an online chat with the customer. So these are all the places that support us within the DRC or support you within the DRC to make sure that you're able to take those new calls that are coming through from all the commercials and all the marketing that Liberty Mutual has done. I think that is my mouthful of goodness. Let's see. Oh yeah. I'm gonna let you hang out with the rest of this. I like these lines, and you've been very successful with all the trips. You are like my Jasmine. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Sean take over from here, and it was really nice speaking with all of you.
Right, everybody. So my goal for you for 2021 is to make 6 figures. So the way you're going to do that is you're going to apply for Liberty Mutual, and this is exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for very strong sales ability. So the first things first, the thing with selling insurance, you're going to need to do just 4 things. That's all in this sales role. You need to do needs defining. So you need to find out why the customer is shopping. You need to cross-sell. So you need to look at multiple lines of business. You need to ask for the sale. So you need to go ahead and push for, hey, like, let's just go ahead and get this done. Let's go ahead and get that routing and account number. Let's go ahead and get that credit card information. And then, of course, on top of all of that, you're going to need to sell. The key here, and this is just a little tidbit from me, is property insurance. Like, that is the key. Property insurance, once you join Liberty Mutual, will make you the 6 figures this year in 2021. Strong phone skills. We want to make sure that you can actually talk. Now, we want to make sure that you can hold a conversation on the phone. And it's a lot easier than you think. When you're talking to a customer, just talk to them like they're your friend. You know, just have that voice inflection, change that voice inflection, use your hands. I mean, geniuses talk with their hands. I'm trying to hide them right now. So, but just talk with your hands and really get involved and get happy about being in a great company, in a great position. Computer skills. Now, we really want to make sure that you at least know how to use Microsoft Word, that you know how to go ahead and use the internet and be able to use Outlook and of course, like checking emails. But a lot of the computer skills you will learn, and I'll talk about that slide next here. But a lot of the skills you will learn through training. And of course our systems. Now, of course, that leads right into multitasking. This job is very fast paced, like I mentioned before. So you will have to multitask. There's going to be times where you're going to be talking on the phone. You're going to be filling in information. You're also going to be looking and checking emails at the same time as well too. And you might even at the same time have in the back of your mind devising a plan. How am I going to sell this policy? This customer mentioned something in the beginning of this call that I want to use later in this call in order to close this line of business. So all you have to do is really stay focused and stay on task. And of course, that confidence. If you have confidence, we can mold you. We can mold you into what we want you to be. We can mold you into changing that address that you have right now. Goal oriented. If you really want to win, if you really want to be above average, you have to set goals for yourself. Now, all of us as managers, we will set goals for you. We all have teams. We're going to set goals for you. Hey, we want you to hit this and this and this. I want you to think beyond that. I want you to think past that. I want you to think, you know what? If Sean says I'm going to sell 100 policies this month, I want to sell 120. And then next month, guess what? The goal is going to be I'm going to want you to sell 120. You're going to sell 140. And we're going to go like that. We're going to go like that until you don't know what to do with the money that you're making. And I really want people that can be persuasive. And that is very easy once you start speaking positive, like you just speak positive words with the customer online, with the customer on the phone. It's very easy to start to be persuasive. It's very easy to get the customer to like you. And then what you'll see, it's a normal conversation. It's almost like you're talking to one of your family members about insurance, except that you know more than them. That's really it. And you can use that knowledge to your advantage, and we'll show you how. And of course, mental fortitude. Now, I know I'm making this sound like a really great job because it is, but the reason why it's a great job is because we are mentally strong. So we can continue to go day in and day out, month after month. That's the way to make money. It's not easy to make six figures, but I can tell you it's really rewarding when we make those six figures in a year and we look at our W-2s and we're like, okay, I earned that. That's a really great feeling, and you should feel proud of yourself. And I really want to talk here about training as well too, and kind of explain to you how training works in the DRC here. Thanks, Jonathan, there for that. So the first week, 2 weeks, is licensing. So we're going to have like an in-house pre-licensing course. Now, remember, this is paid training, right? So you don't have to worry about anything, where you're like, oh, I'm not getting paid. There's a lot of companies out there, no paid training, and you're sitting in that training class like, when am I going to get my commission check? We have paid training for you here at Liberty Mutual. And then you're going to be going into products and systems training. And this is where I said, hey, if you have the basic computer skills, this is where we're going to get you to learn our product and systems, how to move through the systems quickly. You're going to learn some tips and tricks here as well too about the systems, but you're going to be surprised at how advanced our systems here at Liberty Mutual are compared to other sales organizations or even other insurance companies as well too. At least I was, and that was 8 years ago. So we've definitely updated them a lot more since then. And then after that, you're going to be going to calls and coaching. This is like my bread and butter right here, which is the coaching. This is where we're going to instill into you what you need in order to maintain that mental fortitude that we just talked about, so you can keep on going, so you can go ahead and push through certain types of calls, because not every call is going to be an easy call. So we're going to be coaching you on how to work around certain issues that you might come up with, how to deal with certain different clientele, how to pitch certain different what I would say coverages and insurance I guess you could say packages for for a great outcome at the end of the month. And then we're going to go right into nesting. This is very important as well too. This is where you're going to actually have a supervisor and a sales coach starting to add that finesse for you. So this is where you're going to learn the true tips and tricks. This is where you're going to learn to go from 3 or 4 sales a day to 5, 6, 7, 8 a day. And of course, with the ongoing development after that, that's where you're going to learn how to take that 8 a day and you're going to just try to focus on, I'm going to crush it. I'm trying to get 10 a day. I'm trying to be the top of my game. Perfect. So awards and recognition. What we have in the DRC, we have a really cool trip. It's the Circle of Excellence trip, and this is a different place every single year. When I won it, we went to Canada. That was a great trip. Now, what we have actually going on right now is we have another contest going on for Aruba. So like Jasmine said, going to Bahamas. I mean, I could tell you right now what other companies out there are sending you to these places you see in magazines. And when I say everything is paid for, everything is paid for. Like I took money, I didn't spend any money. Like, so everything is paid for. Everything is taken care of for you. You even got gifts as well too while you're on the vacation as well. So it's amazing. Plus you get to take somebody else with you. So, if you're trying to take that significant other out there, make that little impression, is trying to, so this is really a great, great trip. And it's only for the top people at Liberty Mutual. Now I can tell you, I won it my first year eligible. So it is very possible if you have the confidence and if you put in the work. And then we have monthly performance recognition program as well too. I know that Jonathan mentioned there's points for performance. What you can do is when you win points for performance based on your monthly performance, compared to your peers, you can actually redeem those points for some pretty cool things. I mean, I was able to get a big screen TV. I think it was like 65 inches, and that's for free on the company, just for doing my job. That's not even counting the commission that I was making. That's not even counting the salary. That's not even counting the money that was put into my 401k. That's not even counting the money that was added to the pension plan. So it's a complete package here at Liberty Mutual.
Hey, Sean, you know what?
Mhm.
I did all my Christmas shopping, all of it through points and gift cards. That's all I didn't spend any money. I wish I would have won a gift card from here too, but I didn't spend any money on anything. So you're absolutely right. I just had to say that because it racks up. It's amazing.
It does. If you have kids, I mean, nothing better than being able to shop for your kids from just your points as
Do you
well
want to
too.
give away another $100 gift card? Should we give another one away now, or do we have money to do that? All right, let's do it.
Yeah, money.
We got money. We got money. Y'all.
We got money.
We got money.
We're talking about this money. We better have money.
Can anybody pick a person in the? Can we like pick a number? How about out of the people that are viewing? Can we like pick number 7? Is that fair? Can we do that, Jasmine?
But I think that's Kelly. So Kelly works for us.
Okay. So how about the one right after it?
Mia Sadler.
Woo!
Mia
There
just
you
won
go.
$100.
Mia won $100. How many more $100 do we have? Is that it? I'd love to give away money.
No, we have one more.
We got one more. Sean, pick something. Who are we gonna give money
Yeah, we're
to?
like Oprah. You get $100. You get $100. Sean, who you want to give $100 to?
Linnell Newton.
Sean, you should ask a question. You were very in thorough on what it takes. You should ask a question, and we should see who answers that question
Okay.
effectively.
Question.
We gotta put it in the chat fast.
You gotta put everyone get to your chat. So as soon as he asks it, the first person that has the answer to Sean's liking is going to get the prize.
What are you gonna make this year at Liberty Mutual at the end of the year?
Ooh, that's
Boom.
good. That's assumptive.
Oh, I love that question.
Hey, you gotta ask for the sale though. Like, hey, this is sales.
Yeah, you do.
All right, I posted it in the chat. Let's see if anybody, what the first response is that we get.
All right, while we wait for that response, it should be easy. I'm surprised we don't have one yet. But while we're waiting for that response, I do want to remind you that how you apply is you go to jobs.libertymutualgroup.com and apply. We do have a current sign-on bonus, so I believe it's sometime in April. But if you were to get hired and onboarded before April, you will get a $2,500 sign-on bonus because you attended this webinar and applied. And the last thing in closing before we go to our booth, so when you exit out of this presentation, you're going to see booths for outside sales and inside sales, and there's managers there waiting to answer any other questions that you have. But I want you to remember that you're selling insurance. So through COVID-19, people were still winning these trips, still winning awards, and still changing their address because regardless of what's going on, a recession, COVID-19, if you owe money on your car, if you want to drive on the streets, you have to have insurance, right? If you owe money on your house, you have to have insurance. And if you're breathing, you should have life insurance. So insurance is something that everybody needs. We're not selling something that people can do without. You have to have this product. And we equip you with all of the tools to put them with the right carrier at the right time. As everyone alluded to, Liberty is our premier brand, and there are bigger benefits for selling Liberty Mutual, but if we're not the right fit for you at the time, we're going to get you placed and you're still going to earn money and recognition from that customer, from helping that customer. So if we drop off of here, we can go into the booth. Who got the six? I see Linnell.
Daryl as our Daryl B as our winner.
Daryl Brown.
Congratulations, Daryl B. How exciting. I'd love to give money away. Can we hang out here and give more?
Yeah,
we
I
gotta make
know.
it work for it now.
Want to go order some Amazon gift cards? Let's give those away too.
Well, we're at 2:03, and we promised everyone an hour. So, right, we're all in sales. We want to be mindful of their time. But do take your questions to the booth if you do have questions. There's managers in there waiting. I have to go jump into a booth now.
Meeting all of
you.
Bye, everyone.
Stop broadcasting.
Are we in the wrong booth? Mine said your booth. We're in the wrong spot, huh?